The Falcons start day 3 of the 2023 NFL Draft by going cornerback Clark Phillips out of Utah. Instant reaction, I like this pick. We're going to break it down. We're going to get to know the Utah Ute and everything there is to know about the newest member of Atlanta's secondary. So, Clark Phillips selected in round 4 at pick 113. Some early background information on him. He's a bit undersized as far as cornerbacks go. He's only 5'9", so not a crazy wingspan or anything like that. 184 pounds, a bit on the smaller side, and that might be why he slipped from day 2 to early day 3. Now, the scouting report that we have, he was our NFL draft expert, Tom Downey's number 6 cornerback in this class. So if you want to look at value-wise, incredible to go from overall 33 to early round 4 at pick 113. Phenomenal ball skills. That's what he did so well at Utah. He had 6 interceptions this past season for the Utes. That was the best in the Pac-12. He's a bit of a smaller player. He's got some quick twitch, but he's not one of those, cliche small but like crazy speed. He actually doesn't have phenomenal crazy speed. He ran a 4.51 40-yard dash. So for reference, Christian Gonzalez from Oregon ran like a 4.38. So he's not one of the fastest corners, but when you have 6 interceptions, you know what that means? You have great instincts, right? You're a gamer, you're a ball hawk, you put yourself in the right position to make plays. In his career for Utah, 9 interceptions. He was a 3-year starter, originally a 4-star recruit going to Salt Lake City. So grade the pick for me. I was a bit harsh on Atlanta's selections yesterday. I read more about some of the players that they picked, and I'm warming up to it, no doubt about it. I want to be optimistic. We all do. That's the nature of the NFL draft. What's your grade for this pick, though? A, B, C, D, or F? I think I'm going to give it a solid B+. I really like this. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be their nickel corner or if him and Jeff Okudah are going to battle to be the outside CB2. But in round 4, to get someone who I thought could be a round 2, round 3 pick, value alone, what's not to love? Now, The Athletic's Dane Brugler wrote this on him. Phillips doesn't have elite size or speed and needs to limit the big plays allowed, but his read-react athleticism, competitive instincts, and ball skills will translate well to NFL coverage. He has the skill set of a playmaking nickel, capable of seeing outside reps as well. So, like Dane Brugler, I'm not sure where Ryan Nielsen is ultimately going to slot him in. I don't think they picked him at this spot because they had a desired role for him. I think it was simply, we did not expect to see this high of a player on our big board available in round 4. We'll eventually carve out a spot for you, but for now, let's go get the best player on the board, and that is Clark Phillips. Last season for the Utes, 24 tackles, 6 interceptions, over 6 pass breakups, I think, as well, and 0 forced fumbles. Now, the combine/pro day results for Phillips, 4.51 40. So, like I said, that's not blazing speed as far as cornerbacks go, but he's not the slowest guy in the room by any means. Atlanta is getting, I think, a very good ball-seeking cornerback, and yeah, that's the price of doing business when you're a ball-seeking corner, right? You're going to give up some big plays as you go for the big interception, but when you get the big interception, the crowd's on their feet. Now, if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do so. That way, whenever the Falcons make a draft pick, because they have 2 more 7th-round draft picks coming up, which we will break down when those picks come in, you do not miss a single thing. So, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Clark Phillips at 113. We'll kind of round out the rest of this video by maybe recapping what the Falcons have picked so far and just, taking a step back and looking at what Terry Fontenot has put together so far in this 2023 draft class. If I had some more final thoughts on Clark Phillips, your takeaways are this. Not crazy size, not crazy speed, crazy good instincts, great ball skills, and just playmaking ability, right? You want to see that translate over to the NFL because it's a bit easier picking off Washington State and Oregon State quarterbacks. But if the skill set can translate, he's going to be a really fun player for the Falcons. Now, Atlanta has made 4 picks so far. They started it off with Bijan Robinson at number 8. I think the room is still pretty split on this pick, but I am more in the half glass full rather than half glass empty pick for the Texas Longhorn. Matthew Bergeron, they picked him, moved up in round 2 to get him. The Syracuse left tackle. He is going to be their left guard. Initially, I was hesitant, and I heard you guys out, and I'm coming around and warming up to this draft pick. I'm a little, queasy, if you will, about moving a left tackle to left guard, but hopefully he can make the transition. And this Falcons offensive line, I mean, I know a lot of people don't have Atlanta on their radar, but Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, Dahlman, Lindstrom, McGarry, that is a top 10 offensive line, no questions asked, and it might be closer to 1 than 10. Zach Harrison out of Ohio State, they finally addressed the defensive line or just defense in general at pick 75. I'm not crazy high on Harrison. I think he's got a lot of great traits in terms of size and whatnot. Not the bendiest edge rusher, and ultimately not the most productive edge rusher at Ohio State. But there are lots of cases where guys in college don't fill out the stat sheet because they just were not put in a great situation at their respective schools, but the NFL teams know how to best utilize their skill sets. Hopefully that's the case for Zach Harrison. And then Clark Phillips, after Bijan Robinson, might be my favorite pick for Atlanta. I was just loving this guy coming out of Utah. The ball-making skills, the playmaking skills, the ball-hawking skills, all that good stuff. Listen, 6 interceptions, like I said, this past season, 9 in his career. He was a unanimous All-American. I am a fan of Clark Phillips in round 4. You should be too. This was a good pick by the Falcons to try and find a future CB2 for A.J. Terrell. I don't think we can just hand that over to Jeff Okudah. So Clark Phillips, Jeff Okudah, A.J. Terrell, that could be your 2 outside corners, and Phillips in the nickel as a rookie, and maybe he bounces to the outside if Okudah's not the long-term play right there. So with that being said, Atlanta has 2 more picks left in this draft. They come in round 7. We'll break down those picks and give out overall draft grades for Atlanta, barring any trade-ups, but I'm guessing the Falcons are going to stay put where they are. They don't have a ton of ammunition to move up unless they want to move on from 2024 draft picks. So with that being said, who do you want to draft next? Excuse me, I had a burp right there. Who do you want to draft next? Give me the player that you think in round 7 or maybe a round 6 trade up is calling your name. Drop a comment down below. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Never miss anything revolving around your dirty birds.